What is going on, No Scripts podcast? We are here with the one and only Gable Stevens and my co-host Zaid.
Yes,
Glad to
sir.
have you. Glad to have you. Of
Yeah, how you
course.
guys doing?
Episode 3, we're doing well. Very honored to have you here.
Yeah, no scripts. Let's get it.
No Scripts, my brother. So you have a big fight coming up this week, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's why we're coming. We're flying in just to see you in
Yeah.
Nashville.
Dirty
In
boxing.
Nashville, yeah, dirty
Yes.
boxing. You guys know me as a wrestler. Now you're gonna know me as a striker. So how cool! You can get to see the best of both worlds in a matter of a month. So unique, man, unique.
So talk to me about that, transitioning from wrestling. Are you going into dirty boxing more so to level up, to make sure when you're ready to transition and switch over one day, because the UFC wants you, everyone's talking about you. You are the talk of the future, as you know. So I think getting your hands up to that level to match your wrestling,
Yeah.
there's no one in your way.
Yeah, and I wanted to go out there and show people that I have the hands. John has seen them, and my coaches have seen them. So we kind of pitched the idea, hey, why don't you do dirty boxing and get you a guy and go out there and do your thing. But obviously, guys are gonna try to come back at you and give you their best shot because they feel like this is a great opportunity for them. But in my eyes, I want to go out there and destroy and dominate like I did in my first fight. But this time I could do it on my feet and I get to land punches and big shots and you guys, man, I just can't wait to show
I
everybody.
look at that
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah,
So
bro.
especially from a wrestler, because this is a completely different world, right? And for you to say John has recognized your hands and your skill set, it's something you've been heavily focusing on because everyone knows you as the golden boy for wrestling,
and talk to us about how the whole relationship with Jon Jones formed. I mean, it seems like he's really helped you transition from just straight wrestling to the full MMA side.
Yeah, man, he's helped a lot. I've been knowing him for some years now, and honestly, just his mindset and everything has changed me to become a better person overall in the fighting aspect and lifestyle too. John has seen so many places and so many people, and when I was in New York City for his fight against Stipe, man, I got to meet so many people, and that's the first time I met you, Jordani.
Yeah, it was an honor.
In the hotel, which was
In the
crazy.
hotel,
It's almost been a year now.
It's crazy. I know. Full circle.
I've met so many people with that dude, and the amount of work he's put into me. And I know he would not throw me into a match with no wrestling if he didn't believe it. So
He sees something special in you. I mean, I think a lot of people do. Yeah.
And now talk to me about, because you obviously made your MMA debut with LFA, was a dominant performance, quick performance. Talk to me about the feeling of having your first MMA fight and leading up to it and everything you experienced in your first fight.
Yeah, very different than wrestling. Wrestling is no brutalness. I mean, you still get the hand fighting, you still get the slam, you still get the shots, but man, you get to put hands on somebody and you get to get their hand raised and walk out of that cage and you don't get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You used to go in middle school recess, punching dudes on accident, and go into the principal's office. You get a suspension or something.
You have a history. Okay.
but man, a different type of rush. I was happy to go out there. My opponent, he was 4-1 in amateur with 2 submissions, 2 knockouts, big heavy right hand, and then he was 1-0 in pro with a knockout like in 14 seconds. So why not take the challenge? A lot of guys would try to find a guy that maybe he can't hit as hard or he can't put the hands together. But I saw Braden Peterson from Montana and I said, man, look at that. He's a knockout specialist. He's put guys on their asses, and let's see if he can throw a punch at me, and we saw what happened.
I love that you're not shy from challenges because that's something you never were able to cherry pick throughout your career. You have wrestled studs, top of the line. You're gold.
Everybody.
And they've given you gold. So to transition from that confidence onto now striking and MMA, do you get the same kind of nerves from wrestling? It seems like you're more excited, if anything.
Man, I'm so excited just because, a lot of people watch this. Like when I won the Olympic gold medal and, a lot of people cared, USA this, USA that. But after that first fight, it was a different tier of people that saw that and was like, hey, this guy could be something. And deep down, I know I can be, and I will be. And it's just a matter of time. And like John said, when will it be? We know. It's just showing the world that each step is a process, and we want to take our time and make sure we make the right steps with this. And but you still get the butterflies. You still get anxious. You still get those like, oh man, what ifs?
Yeah.
But we prepared though. If you're not prepared, then those things will come true. So I've always been prepared to the fullest.
And talk to me about, kind of your plan going forward. Do you anticipate yourself taking a lot of fights before transitioning to the UFC? Or do you see maybe you think you'll be ready within 3-4 fights possibly to transition over?
Man, I would love to transition at the best time. I would like to build in the right way, in the correct way, and fight opponents that need to be fought and take them out and do my thing. And I'm not scared of no action. I've never ran from it in the wrestling stage, Olympic stage. Didn't run from it my first fight. Now my second fight, I chose to stand on my feet. So as a lot of people can tell, and hopefully they can read between the lines, I'm not running from nothing. And I would like to go
Different
head
level.
on to action and take care of things that I need to take care of. So, man, if it takes one, if it takes after this one, if it takes after the next one, they can always call 1-800-Gable and I'll answer.
I love that. No, so I love that you're patient with it because obviously very anticipated arrival for you. I think the whole heavyweight division's waiting for it. You are the talk of the town, but we've seen that with Bo Nickel, and I don't think he was as prepared as you. I don't think he took the necessary steps to want to show dirty boxing, to want to stand on just his feet. I think he rushed into it and he got fraud checked.
Well, it's not just that. I think when you look at the accolades that someone like Gable has, this is an Olympic gold medalist wrestler.
Yeah.
Okay, Bo Nickel, obviously, I'm not taking anything away from him. Elite wrestler. But when you talk about the best wrestler in the world,
Gable.
it's Gable.
Somehow.
At the big boy weight too.
Yeah, so
Somehow it be
It's hard to see a big man move the way you move. You're fast.
crazy.
It's crazy. No,
Man.
you're a one-on-one.
like when you look at guys like Brock Lesnar who came into the UFC, and I know it was the early days, but had a ton of success, won the title, and he wasn't even an Olympic level wrestler. This is the Olympic gold medalist.
Elite of the elite.
Yes.
Of course, yeah.
Like being able to see how you're going to transition into the octagon is going to be something amazing to watch, and I'm excited to see it myself.
Brother, we're going to be at all your fights cheering you on, man.
I appreciate
can't
that.
wait. I sent you a box of Young LA too. It'll be there when you arrive home. So
No,
I'm
you
excited.
know it. When I get back home Friday, I'll be ready to wear it.
My man, I appreciate you very much
Yeah.
for that. But going into dirty boxing now, what would you say are the risk to reward? Because you're the name. You have everything to risk, right? Minimal
of course.
reward for you. This guy you're fighting, your opponent, he beats a Gable Stevens. He's the new, you know what I mean? That would be insane for his name and accolades. So the fact
Yeah.
that you're still taking this when you don't need to, you really don't.
I like that challenge of, if a guy can fight me and, if he thinks he can do it, he can do it and try it. Because I would never show up to something not ready. I would never show up to something without the pop in my step, without the mindset, without the look, the swag, when I walk and people are going to talk. And I would never show up and not look that way and be like, hey, this is the match that you need to watch. And it's me because I'm the main event for a reason. Because one, I'm Gable Stevenson. And two, there's a couple of people that seen these hands that need to see him Thursday. So, but it's an honor, you know what I'm saying? Just you get the best from every single person. And that's why I really like being in the spot that I am, because you don't get a guy that's like, man, if I beat this guy, then I move up a step. They're like, hey, if I can beat Gable, I can jump levels. And I want to show you that you can't. I want to show you that you will be shut down when you step into that ring with me. And right when you see me face to face and I look into your eyes, that you won't believe that you can even come close to me.
You got that switch in you. When it's time to go, you put on your war paint.
Yeah, I'm cool until that time.
Yeah, you're such a nice, humble guy talking to you, but you have a whole different personality.
Yeah,
when
when that time comes, man, it just boom. But it's always been like that forever.
It's great that you have that in you. So, seeing the heavyweight division in the UFC, I know you have a lot of opinions about it.
Yeah.
Zayd's a huge believer in you, as am I. He
Yeah.
thinks you
Yeah.
run through.
Man, thank
you're
you.
going to be top 5, top 3 in your first year.
And
So,
hopefully
I
we're
mean,
both thinking.
we were talking last week,
Yeah.
and we had Ramiz Brahimaj on, and we were kind of running through the top 15 rankings of the UFC heavyweight rankings, and I'm like, man, I think there's a lot of guys that in the top 15 that Gable can beat today.
Runs through.
Yeah, and how do you feel about that statement? Looking at some of the guys inside the heavyweight division in the UFC.
I think overall UFC is looking for an American star. And it's crazy because an American star can be an Olympic gold medalist that's at the biggest weight class, the baddest weight class on earth. I think there's a lot of great competitors in the heavyweight division, from top to bottom. Do I think I can compete? Most definitely. And I think if you give me a little bit more time, I could compete with the top guys. I really believe so. But that's just me believing in myself. If you don't believe, then why show up? Why walk into that cage? Why let 20,000 people see you and say whatever the hell they want about you instead of just going out there and showing them? So that's why you never really see me talk about any of them and say any names or say I might be negative 1,000 to somebody.
You will be negative. It's not going to be fun betting on you. We're not going to win much some of these fights coming up, I think. Now, talking about the main event, what did you think of the last UFC main event?
I think it's two quick guys. I think it's two guys that are really great. Tom Aspinall is a fast fighter. He's got a good 1-2. He's got a good 3-2, as you could tell. Just didn't really mix it up against Cyril. I mean, when I watched Cyril against John, John went out there and put pressure on him, made him get on his heels. I think there's a lot of pop in Cyril Gane's step, and I think he was confident going into this match, and he looked great.
He looked great.
He looked great. The jab was flowing.
I think he
First time
won that
seeing-
round. I think Cyril Gane
yeah. I mean,
definitely won that round.
It was
It
a
is,
fight.
for sure.
Tom looked like he was fading real early in, and
The spins, I didn't like those
yeah,
spins.
and you saw a lot of people.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of people talk about Tom Aspinall, like, oh, Jon Jones is afraid of this guy, and I'll tell you right now, man, I don't think Jon Jones is afraid of anybody.
Did you see how he changed his picture? The duck with
Oh
the patch?
yeah, with the eye
He
patch.
put it over the
He's
left
the
eye.
best troll. He's the best troll, man. I swear.
And it's always fun to do that, but it's fun to be close to someone that has that power to do so. But man, cool main event. The way it ended sad. I mean, but shit happens. What can you say? I mean, you would hope for the big punch. You would hope for the decision, but man, I hope maybe the next best thing for Tom. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Now I wanted to talk about your training. Obviously, you're improving your hands. I think you were at Extreme Couture, if I'm correct. Where you
I was
got
at
some work
sorry, I was at what's the other one that Marab goes to?
in?
Man, what is it? Syndicate. Sorry,
Syndicate. I'm sorry, Syndicate. Yeah. Syndicate. Yeah. How has it been training with Syndicate over there in Vegas? I saw you got a lot of work in. out there
Yeah,
with the
I
hands.
really like John Wood. He opened me with open arms. Him and his wife and everybody else came we had a great time. And see, somehow I got on UFC embedded that day. I must have came at the right day because somehow I show up to shit at the right time.
It's just working out for you.
It's working out in good and mysterious ways. So, yeah, Rob's always nice. It's nice to see new faces, nice to go new places. But I feel like home right now is definitely in Minneapolis, but my second home is probably New Mexico, and I got a great foundation there with John, Brandon Gibson, Greg Jackson, and Jackson Wink Jim. So it's nice to go places. A lot of people don't get that experience of going to Vegas, going to Miami, going to New Mexico, and I mean, I'm from Portage, Indiana, and somehow I made it to Minneapolis and won a few
Indiana.
NCAA titles and an Olympic gold. And somehow you would think like, man, New York City, but nah, New Mexico.
I did not
So
know you're an
it's-
Indiana kid. You're right down the street, man. No
Right
way.
down the
There's
street.
nothing in Indiana. There is nothing. Have
Well,
you been to
we
Indiana?
just-
Indiana's
just-
horrendous.
so
they
we
gotta
just
go
got
to
They need to
back.
burn it down. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to say that. They got to restart it.
Indiana's
Just wipe it
terrible.
off.
So we just went to Hammond for the Armored MMA.
Yo,
And
never
could you-
pull up the Hammond.
Dude,
Dude,
the
so-
average IQ was 36.
Oh man, could you imagine Gable in Armored MMA?
No.
Oh
There's no
my
armor
God.
that fits him.
Oh
On the
my
flip side
God.
to what you said, I love how you said you're getting all these experiences and you love gaining the knowledge from all these people. But on the flip side to that, do you understand how much they probably value you and the experience they gain from you? To say they're bringing in Gable Stevenson, you get to wrestle with the Olympic gold medalist.
Yes.
Do you understand the way you're helping their teams?
No, I never really looked at it that way, but
circle.
I started sometimes, like I'm like, man, these guys are benefiting a lot from me, and I'm benefiting from them too. But man, honestly, I don't look at it that way. I look at it as, man, I see a group of guys, and I'm like, man, maybe they got something new to show me. And then, hey, I was with Gable that day. Then you're with Gable.
Forever a
I think it's
student,
cool.
forever a student, but you are going to be a master. That is for sure, man.
I hope so. I appreciate it.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I was cornering with just a funny little story. I was cornering with Gable for our boy Prenevelin Shepherd.
Yeah,
Yo, this is
And-
embarrassing.
Bro. So
No
I'm like, all
water,
right,
no nothing.
dude, I'm like, man, the bell rings at the end of the round. I look down, there's no water to give Prenevelin, and I'm like, oh fuck, we just forgot this. And I'm like, man, what do I even say? I got the Olympic gold medalist right here. How am I gonna give wrestling advice? Like I would just look stupid.
push him aside.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, just do your thing. And our boy got the win. I know he wants to do some dirty boxing too, which will be pretty cool. I think he's coming to the fight as well. Which will be
Man,
nice
that'd be
to
cool.
see.
I try to pitch him, but Prenevelon's little.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
little.
Yeah, no,
man,
you got
I-
to leave him alone. You got to leave him alone.
He's little with we got big man syndrome though.
yeah.
For sure, for sure. How long are you going to be in Nashville for this after your fight? Are you heading back home right after?
I'm going home. I'll go home right away. I normally don't stay in places too long. I try not to. I try to, man, job done, I go home. Ain't nothing else for me.
I love that. Get it,
Ain't
get
nothing
it
else
done.
for me.
Straight business.
Now, talk to me about the wrestling journey because obviously you achieved gold. Do you ever see yourself going back to that in the future? Are you going to be full time, all in on MMA and leaving the sport behind as achieving the goal you set out to achieve, which was Olympic gold?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to go back to wrestling at some point. Maybe do a couple one-off matches or the Olympics in 2020 is in LA. So it would be crazy to capture. I mean, it would be crazy to have a UFC journey leading into that,
No one's
and
done
then
that.
maybe I can
Yeah.
win the Olympic gold and then come back and make a big splash. I feel like that's international superstardom type.
Oh, for
Bro.
sure. One of one.
Yes.
They'll do can't wait, the Netflix series on you one day, the movie on you. When you're old, they're going to talk about you, man. How old were you when you started wrestling? At what age?
Man, my older brothers wrestled, so when I came out that womb, I was on the mat.
I was going to say, so you come from a family of wrestlers?
Yes.
So you got to watch your older brother's mistakes, and you inevitably, like, when did it flip? When were you like, all right, big bro, I got this.
So my brother Bobby, man, he was number one in the country in high school, and I kid you not, my junior year of high school, when he was in college at the University of Minnesota, is when it all changed. Like one day, I took him down, and then I took him down again, and
You
then
couldn't believe it.
Oh,
I think he started. I think he started connecting the dots. He was
Yeah.
like, "Damn, Gable might be half decent," and then all of a sudden, it just went crazy after that.
What was your weights freshman through senior year? Where did you start? Where did you end?
I started off in Minnesota, you grew wrestle eighth grade in
wow.
high school.
Okay. Wow.
So I started off at 195,
Okay.
but I weighed like 180.
You were always this big?
Yeah, somehow.
Eighth grade?
Yo, it was straight thighs and legs.
My
You'll see me in
God.
person and be like, damn.
Eighth grade, 200 pounds.
But I was 180 as a freshman wrestling 195 because my brother, he was number in the country at 182.
He got that spot.
He had the spot, but I
Yeah.
was like, yo, do you think we should switch? But he was like, no, the guys at 195 are slower. So you'll be able to move around them faster. So that year I took second at state, and then I went from 195 to 220 2 years in a row, and then a heavyweight two years in a row. And then I stayed heavyweight after that.
How cool is it to have your brother going to tournaments and then they would look at the brackets and be like, fuck, we're wrestling the Stevens brothers. The brothers are here, you know?
Yo,
That must have been
it
so
was-
surreal.
It was back to back every year. We won 2 state titles next to each other, which
No
is
way.
crazy. I mean,
That's crazy, yeah.
And then
Now, what was
he
your
went off to
upbringing
Minnesota, and I kept doing my thing.
What was your mom and dad like throughout what was your dad hard on you through it? Was it like tough?
No, once we moved to Minnesota, I moved when I was 11. So
Okay.
going into 7th grade year, because Minnesota, you can wrestle 7th and 8th grade.
Okay.
And they were like, hey, we might have a spot open at 195. So I beat the defending runner up was from Apple Valley. I beat him out of his spot
No way.
Wow.
as an 8th grader. I took his spot.
That's crazy.
He's
And
pissed.
then
Oh,
I took
man.
his spot. He transferred, and then I wound up taking second that year. Yeah, whatever. That's whatever. We don't
It
talk
was
about
okay.
that.
You were learning still. Okay.
We don't talk about that. But yeah, it's cool, man. You just never know where anything's gonna take you for real.
Yeah, and just to change topics a little bit, something I thought was real interesting was because obviously you were, after you finished and achieved success and won the Olympic gold medalist, you kind of were like in between MMA, and then I saw maybe you had something that you were gonna do with WWE. Was there ever like full interest with WWE, or was it something you looked at where like, man, I don't know if I want to completely do this? How did that whole thing really
Man,
happen?
I really like WWE. I mean, I would never regret my time in WWE. I would love to go back and actually and give it full force. But there was always a piece of competitiveness in me, and I wanted to kind of drain it out before I went to
Yes.
entertainment. But man, those WWE's crazy. You know,
Hell yeah.
those guys are high flying. They're doing a lot of crazy stuff, man. But they're
Athletes.
big time though.
They're
and
athletes.
I would love to do my competitive side and get it all done, and then
And
go
then
back
maybe-
and,
The
and
reverse
do my
brawl.
thing. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. No, do the real thing.
I would love to. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would love
and
to.
then
But
go make your bag
nothing
there.
bad to say.
You deserve it there too, because I could see you. You're a good entertainer. You're well spoken too, but you're a natural athlete, man. You're going to be able to go all across the board. Maybe one day you'll have your own wrestling gym and camp too for the kids.
Yeah, I might mess around and play baseball. Something.
You can play
Yo,
baseball too.
I might play. Nah, I never play baseball, but I mean, if the Twins need somebody, I'll play.
Oh man, I love it.
we go,
Get him
yeah.
a bat. Get him a bat and a jersey. I don't even think they make jerseys just that big for you, or a bat that big. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Like, Ken Griffey Jr.
100%. 100%.
Now with this dirty boxing fight, are you looking to go in there and kind of make a statement early, and if the knockouts say right away, you're gonna go for it, or is this something you kind of want to drag along? This is a fight you want to showcase yourself a little bit more, or if the knockouts say you're just gonna look to finish him right away?
I would love to showcase myself, but also, I want to hit hard and I want to hit fast and I want to move my feet. And if somehow something lands and someone falls down, and then I got to keep going through with it. But I would love to go out there and showcase myself, take my time. It's 5 rounds. A lot of guys don't know how to manage a 5-round fight, and I feel like it's kind of a blessing to see 5 rounds and see 3 minutes each. And the MMA match is just 3 rounds, 5 minutes. But in this, you got more timing. It's boxing. There's more pop in it. But maybe if I hit hard enough, someone will fall down.
I think you hit hard enough. What do you know about your opponent? How did you hear about him? What have they told you? How do you see? I'm sure you've watched tape.
Yeah, I watched all of his videos. Just a big guy that's gonna go out there and try some haymakers.
Okay.
But rightfully so. You got to come out there and compete. But I feel like I'm too quick, too fast on the feet. Got too quick of hands. Defense is too sound to get touched by anything drastic. So I feel like it's gonna be a great night for me. I'm gonna go out there and dominate, get my hand raised, and say hi to y'all on the sideline, the
Let's
ringside,
celebrate you after. Let's go. Let's
and go to the
celebrate
back, and then see you later.
100%. I think Dirty Boxing is very lucky to have you, and vice versa. I think you're great for the organization. I think
Yeah.
you guys are a match made in heaven, and I cannot wait to see it.
It's gonna be too.
Yeah. It's such an amazing kind of hybrid sport that they have, because guys that want to, like, if you're a boxer and you knock someone down, now you get to go down there and finish them.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of people you see in boxing get knockdowns, people get back up, but
Yep.
like now you're gonna get to go down there and finish them to the ground. It's cool to see the elbows and the mix of the whole sport that Dirty Boxing brings. So
It's like
something.
a shark smelling blood. You get to finish it. Which is
Yeah,
so cool.
yeah, it's something different and it's exciting. Have you had any trouble with the rule set of Dirty Boxing switching? Because you're gonna switch from obviously full MMA, like just knowing elbow here, can't do this, can't do that. Like, how has it been transitioning to that rule set?
Oh, it's been super easy. I started off going to the boxing gym before I went to the MMA gym, and I've been hitting pads for a couple of years now. So just staying on the feet is kind of nothing new, but just kind of maintaining.
If anything,
and
you got to do less. You're like, all right, I'll do less.
Yeah.
So in a perfect world, we could possibly see you in the 2028 Olympics.
I mean, if the world, yeah, but the world's never perfect.
Okay.
Like I talk to everybody about it. I mean, it's a great idea, but most ideas never flourish. So if it happens, it happens. If not, I would love to stick to MMA. I'm 100% committed to MMA,
Yes.
and I would like to just keep going and not stop with this. But if that door swung open and it said, "Hey, the Olympic trials are coming around," and I have time to get ready, maybe. But it's not a deciding factor for me though.
For sure. Yeah.
Amazing. Gable, after you win on Thursday, I want your gloves signed. I want them in my
You do?
podcast room.
I would love them. It'd be an honor.
Yeah, we'll frame them up.
100% would
But
be an honor.
to you from Gable.
It'll be right here. You'll
That's
see it
amazing.
right. I'll move over the Messi for you.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Brother, it's gonna be an honor to see you compete and see your
Man,
journey
you know
for
it.
the next couple of years, bro. And we can't wait to see what you accomplish. We know you'll be able to accomplish great things, God willing. So,
Bro, it's gonna be
man,
crazy. It's crazy that this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Thank you for even coming on and giving us your time.
Nah, you know what, dog? I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you
100%.
for
You're a
listening.
brother and a friend of mine, and I cannot wait to see what you do in this life, and we'll always be behind you, brother.
Well, maybe whenever you go to Greece again, just tell me.
Oh, you saw Greece? You're not going to sleep if you come to Greece. I would love to bring you. All right,
Stop
next
recording.
summer.
Stop recording.
Yeah, no phones.
Next summer, you're coming to Greece.
Yeah, I'm coming to Greece. Yeah, just think
100%.
about me when you do next time. But nah, it's all love for me. Just holler whenever.
100%, brother.
Got
Much
you.
love.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Gable.
you
We
for coming
appreciate
on.
you,
Nah, I
bro.
appreciate it. I'll see y'all in a couple days.
Yes,
I'll see you
sir.
there, brother.
All right, baby.
Sir, bye.